myself for nothing. Don't wake the boys up. Don't wake the boys up. That's going to something. You know what happened? The fucking runs the driving here, right? So because the Galaxy was only 72 watts, I have to put this radio because this radio seems like 60 watts. Because I'm driving 4 wheels now.
Oh yeah, good morning out there. Good morning out there, Enforcer 250. Good morning. Oh yeah, time to make the donuts. Good morning everyone out there. Oh yeah. TGIF, you know what time it is. That's what I'm talking about. It's hammer time. Can't touch this. Who's that? Is that 909? Is that 909 out there? Or 4, what's that? What's your letters? What's your numbers? Oh, okay, you're the other 314. All right, you're in Brooklyn? 314 in Brooklyn, right? Hey, Bobcat, I got it all. Hey, Bobcat, I got it all, because you said it all. Enforcer 250 with my little Galaxy DX44 HP, my little 2-watt radio, and I just got down. That's a roger on that. That's a roger on that, Mr. Bobcat. It's good to hear you, and I'm glad you hear me with my little barefoot radio. Bobcat around the Adirondacks, you know who it is. Enforcer 250 with my little DX44 Galaxy, and I just got down. Hey, 225, put the hammer on that crackhead. 225, good morning. That's a roger on that. Hey, you got it all. Pickup truck 225, the original pickup truck 225, because you said it all. Got it all. Pickup truck 225, you got it all. I got it all, and that's all that matters. Enforcer 250, somewhere on the lower deck with my little barefoot Galaxy DX44 HP, and I just got down. There's a whole lot of crying out there and ain't no buying. I told these boys want to talk. They got to go to the goodie store and stop all that crying, man. There ain't no time for crying out here. You want to go to a gunfight, you can't bring a pocket knife. Let these boys know. 250, lower deck said so when I just got down. Just let them know Enforcer said it's hammer time. Well, Richie getting crushed is nothing new. Hey, pickup truck, Richie getting crushed is nothing new. That boy, I've been stepping on him like a roach for years.
all over a course or homosexuals yelling at me at the same time. That's what I call hilarious. I'm gonna get back quiet there and leave these two fag boys on the key, man. This is a funny video game, TGIF, New York City. N1CFS19 on channel, video gated rolling. You better get the... I'm saying TGIF.
Hey, pickup truck, just crush that junkie monkey pickup truck. Just put the hammer on him.
Yo, you know what? You survived this first true manhood, dude. Pay attention to the way you said the word bitch. It tells a hell of a story. Suck on it. Suck on that. Now he's telling me to suck, and I wasn't sucking. Oh my God. Worldwide radio cut off, man. I hear my coffee pot. Let me go take care of that. I'll be right back. TGIF to the rest of the band land. NYCMS19 video gated rolling.
That's all he does, man. When he has his coffee, smoking his drugs, man. That's what Richie do. That's how he does. Who's that junkie talking to, man? Cracky's ghost talking. There's no one talking to him. He's just getting crushed out here. He don't have no one's hand to hold, so he's just ghost talking. All I hear is crush. I hear them crushing that crackhead. Everybody's crushing Richard. Yeah, you know, the boy better smoke more drugs because he's not being heard out here. Sit back and smoke your crack, Richard, because no one hears you.
Shit, I'm just doing it with the driver. Hey, Mr. Patterson. Patterson, show up. Stop, can't wait with it. Shit. I'm just doing it with the driver. You know if I gotta put the big box on. I don't know what it is.
Hey, I'm just doing it with my little baby Dave made, man. All I got is my little Galaxy DX44 HP and a little baby Dave made 2-pill, man. That's all I got here. Lord have mercy. How do I do it?
While you're doing it, you clean out my receiver. I want to see how I do just with the driver. You let me know if I gotta put the big switch on.
I tell you, man, with the driver, you clean out my radio. If that's what you're doing with just a driver, you don't have to hit any big switch. Save gasoline, save your fuel, man. Because you're taking out everyone clean out of my radio with that driver. Just like myself, all I'm using is a little baby 2-pill driver. That's all I need, that's all I got. They call me Forcer 250, crushing the junkie monkey and liars. Little Pedro, crooked nose Pedro, I'm smashing. And crackhead 127. Those boys are under my boot when I'm stepping. Hey, 2x4, these boys are making it rough. Hey, 2x4, you better hit that switch. I heard Pedro on top of a bridge now. Pedro finally reached the peak of the bridge. Pedro, crooked nose Pedro, is on the top of the bridge, 2x4s. Better hit that switch. The only thing he proves to me that he's a liar and that he's a little crooked-nosed little bitch. That's the only thing Pedro proves to me, that he's a liar. He never pans the camera when I tell him to. That's why you know the boy's not in his truck yard. He's somewhere up on a high bridge or right at the shore, pointing dead at Richie. But it's all good, man. It's all good because just look at Weasel's Gate. Just listen to Bobcat's Gate and I take your monkey ass right out, Pedro. So lie all you want, little Pinocchio, because lying ain't going to get you anywhere. And it's definitely not going to get you a manhood. If you want to support that crackhead 127, do what you got to do. But I crush both of you monkey junkies. Just tell little Pedro that I got his mic, and tell that junkie 127 I say crush. I'm gonna stand by and hold Richie's hand. What a bitch, man. This has no, in his voice, in his character, in his appearance, he has no manhood whatsoever. Just listen to him. That guy's pure pussy, man. He's a real bitch. And then you got the other bitch, the other fag, 127, holding his hand. Typical of two homosexuals.
Something goes wrong, he's got to restart it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, listen to them crying. Listen to those boys crying, man. You got a guy that's in the mobile that positions himself so he can hear Richie the best and vice versa. I don't care. As long as I know I'm being heard with my little Dave May 2 pill that's undefeated. This 2 pill I'll do most 4 pills out there. And how does he do it? Just ask the master and I'll tell you. But if I tell you, then I gotta kill you. Stop crying and stop buying, man. That 2x8 pill you got there, Pedro, is not doing the job because I'm smashing you. I'm smashing you to the Bronx, to Queens, to Brooklyn, to, oh man, parts of Jersey. That's sad that you're in a mobile on a high bridge with a 2x8 pill. And I'm doing my thing in a base, surrounded by skyscrapers, and I'm still doing my little thing. Lord have mercy.
My signal is the same.
Someone tell Pedro stop crying and stop buying, and stop holding Richard's hand.
This is a funny video game, and poor 225, man, he just getting the shit out of this thing, man. He gonna laugh when he hears no audio or frequency bullshit. The king of New York, I'm for. What happened to this? Don't 2x4 didn't deliver the switch? I can barely hear a voice of anyway. Roger, well, he's here at 2x4, so you know, I would actually believe you're certified as well. The king of New York, I'm clear.
Hey, crackhead, go smoke your crack, man. You're not qualified out here, Richard. Smoke your crack and go back to sleep.
No, I asked him. He wouldn't tell me or even want this camera, though. But he's probably making a felonious gate there. You know how they rock it out here.
Someone tell crackhead 127 go smoke his crack and go back to sleep. All I got is a little Galaxy DX44. That's all I got. A little Galaxy DX44. That's all I need.
Richard, you're the bad souls. 225 squealing away. I don't know, man. You're right. First you had 16 pill or 32 pill.
Break them down, 225. Hey, pickup truck, break them down. Break them down. Break them down, pickup truck.
I don't know, man. I don't know what these boys out here want to cry about, but it's all right. Hey, listen.
You got Pedro doing a whole lot of crying. It seems like he wants to buy friends out here. It seems like Pedro, when he was a kid, he used to get punked for his lunch. Now he wants to buy everyone a bagel and coffee in the morning. What a bitch.
The stories they hear, but someday...
You hear little Pedro, I'll buy you coffee if you be my friend and hold my hand. Because, you know, 250 is always picking on me. That ain't right.
You have no money. I don't hear 250 picking on anybody. I don't even trying to suck it.
Oh, yeah, he has no money. Hey, pickup truck. Richie has no money. He's a bum. But it's the first. Wait a minute. What's the first is tomorrow? The first is tomorrow. Richie should be getting his check tomorrow. He should be getting his EBT card full. Yeah, he'll be really fucked up. Wait till you hear him tomorrow. If you're out there tomorrow, I know it's Saturday. You'll be hearing Richie out there feeling good because that's when he gets his re-up. He gets his drugs renewed.
No, Richie's a millionaire. No.
Listen to Pedro crying. Listen to him cry. Cry your tears, Pedro. Cry your tears. Oh, I don't need my 4 pill because I take you out of every video, every gate that I watch. I don't know what gate you're looking at. I take you out to Weasel's Gate. I take you out to 3 gates in Jersey. I don't need to look at you and your lucky boyfriend there, 127, because you park in a location, a strategic location where you can hear Richie and vice versa at the best location. That's what you call cheating. You can't do that in your truck yard. Do that in your truck yard, pan the camera, and prove yourself, you little liar. You little crooked nose little bitch. Now I don't want to hear I done it. Do it now. We don't want to hear what you done. Just like Cracky. Cracky can't pan to his Ameritron and say it's off with a cover on it right this minute. Of course, you know why? Because he is a liar. We don't want to hear what you done, what you think you did. Do it now. Pedro? I thought so. Pedro's getting crushed. Crooked little nose Pedro. And his cracky boyfriend, Crackhead 127, Richard, the little fibber. Both of those boys love to lie like little bitches, man. Little lying little hoes. That's what they are. That's why they get along with one another. They're two little bitches. They're lucky bitches. My lucky boyfriend, he'll hold my hand. Richard, tell him, stop picking on me. Crying to another man. 250's always picking on me. That ain't right. What a bitch. I never in my years on the radio heard someone crying that another man's picking on him. I could imagine how you were in school, man.
Richie, a.k.a. punk ass bitch.
Oh, shit. Well, someone called Richie a punk ass bitch. Wow. Look at that. I'm not the only one that feels that way about Richie.
Richie only gets hit on his chins when he's with his buddies. Other than that, he's a punk ass bitch. Everybody knows that.
You hear that, Richard? The drivers are telling you you're a punk ass bitch, Richard. You hear that?
You got down, I got up. I can't believe it. He forgets that he's on the
Yeah, there goes Pedro making excuses. I'm close to this guy, I'm close to that guy, but I'm crushing him. How am I crushing you, Pedro, in Union City? How am I crushing you in Union, New Jersey? How am I crushing you in Passaic? Places nowhere near me, Pedro. How am I doing it? And you're in Jersey yourself. Lord have mercy. The only one you could take me out to is 314. That's it, because he's local to you. He's less than a mile from you, but that's all good. I don't care what I do locally in Jersey. All that matters is that I crush you all over the place, Pedro. So sit back, Pedro, and enjoy this audio and this superior station, because I'm smashing you with my little DX44 HP somewhere on the lower deck, and I just got down.
You know what it is? It thinks that my 87 you know, it won't be so bad if you want. Unfortunately, 87 miles away, Bobcat. 358 Bobcat, nationwide. Issue, man.
Yeah, but where's Bobcat at and where are you at? You're both on the Jersey side. I got to contend with skyscrapers. I'm going through mountains. It's a big difference. You come to Manhattan and you key down, all right? You key down in this neighborhood in Manhattan to see how far your station gets out. I bet you won't get out half as much as I do, all right? So don't talk about where you're at, where Bobcat is, because I'm doing a 9 with no problem in Bobcat's gate, and that's dealing, contending with skyscrapers. See, this is the reality. So what you do, you go on a high bridge with a 2x8 and you cry like a little girl. You have no obstacles, no obstructions from what your signal has to deal with. And these are facts. These are not. This is not excuses. But it's all good, Pedro, because I'm crushing you with my little. I emphasize Dave May 2 pill. I'm destroying you, and I haven't even done my magic to this radio. Over the weekend, I'm gonna do my magic and show you another video illustration like I did with my X-Force 4 pill. I'm going to show you my magic on my Dave May 2 pill that I'll put up against any 2 pill out there. And if you win, you get $1,000 cash. How you like those cookies?
Wow, you're a magician. Why you on because God don't mean you do all your green card, but what's the matter, bro? He's a magician now. Where?
Well, some people like to call me a magician. Some call me a mad scientist when I do my magic on my amplifiers, but it's all good. You could call me what you want, but don't call me late for dinner. They call me Enforcer 250 somewhere around the lower deck. my little Galaxy DX44 HP, my baby driver, Dave May, 2 pill, 2879's original Toshiba's high beta gain, and I just got down. Holy shit, someone just said a 2x4. Was that you? Did you say buy Pedro? Was that you 2x4? You just cleaned Pedro out of my radio. Hey, 2x4. 2x4. You got him about by 5 dBs, and you can check it out on my gates. Hey, 2x4, you know my gates. Just type in Enforcer space 250 on YouTube. 2x4, you just took Pedro out by 5 S units. Lord have mercy. I don't know what you did, man. Look like you just lit that boy on fire. Because when 2x4 keys down, I don't hear Pedro, and I definitely don't hear Crackhead 127. Damn it, boy. I don't know what you did, 2x4, but you cleaned my radio right out. Hey, Pedro, you better pay the toll. Hey, Pedro, you better pay the toll, because 2x4 just took you clean out of my radio, man. Hey, you can look at my gate, man. I don't lie. And the gates don't lie. Hey, Pedro, you better apologize to 2x4, man, and beg that boy for some airtime, because he just took you clean out of my radio. Enforcer 250 said that somewhere around the lower deck with my little baby driver. Dave made 2 pill, and I just got down. Wow. All I know 2x4. All I know 2x4 clean out my radio, man. I don't hear little Pedro anymore, and I definitely don't hear Cracky 127. Those boys better start crying to start buying, because 2x4 just took both those boys clean out of my radio. Shame on it. Pedro, you better ask 2x4 for some airtime, Pedro. Hey, Pedro, you better buy 2x4 some breakfast, like you like to bribe to make friends out here. You like to bribe people. Maybe you should ask 2x4 what does he like for breakfast, so he could give you some airtime, Pedro, because he's taking you clean out of my radio. I tell you, a 2x4 is like taking candy from a baby. Hey, 2x4, I want to know, do you hear Pedro or do you hear Crackhead 127 when I key down? Because I know I don't hear those boys when you key up, man. All you're doing is keying down. I hear you want nothing to do with Lil Pedro. I hear you. I don't either. That's why I just key this mic. And those boys are gone. Now you hear them, boom, now you don't. Well, you know, wave my magic wand above his head and poof. He disappears. Shit, I'm not gotta get a little closer for his gate there, break. I got that. A 2x4, I got that, man. I got it all because you said it all. All I hear right now on my radio is 2x4, man. He's cleaning out my radio. He's like Mr. Clean. 2x4 keys up. He's like Mr. Clean. He cleans these boys. He mops the floors. He mops the floors with little Pedro and Cracky 127. I don't hear those two clowns. I don't hear those two ass clowns and 2x4 keys that mole down. Shame on the mess. I'm gonna sit back and read for a while. I'm gonna
charge up my capacitor. Because I'm really going to put the button down on this. Ain't nothing. Wait till you see.
Well, I tell you, man, I hear, when you on keys, the only time I hear screaming Pedro, man. I'm going to call him that in today's gate. Screaming little Pedro. Because that's all he does, man. All I hear him doing is screaming, because he's not doing no talking. But it's good to know, man. You got to charge up that capacitor, man. That's all good. That's all good, 2x4, because I tell you, man, you just taught both of those ass clowns a couple of lessons. One, they're not qualified. And two, they got to stop crying and stop buying. You know who said that, Enforcer 250, with my little Galaxy DX44, my little baby maid. My little Dave made baby 2-pill driver, and I just got down.
I gotta ring up the RPM here. I gotta charge up this cap. Oh, caps. Plural. I gotta get these bucks. That thing's so fucking... Excuse me. That thing's so fucking lame, man, having caps. That's like the wrong thing to fucking do. It shows how much you fucking know, knucklehead. Go ahead. Keep using caps. You only get about 2 seconds of key down time. Big, small, big.
Waving it, Eddie, waving it.
The dirty dog in the funky monkey.
Waving it, Eddie. I hear you out there, crazy Eddie, waving the hand.
Morning, 250. Such madness after this morning. Holy fuck, man. So much of TGIF. He found somebody he can local drug to. That's about the only thing he's gonna be doing when I'm around. Let me get up there, Keith. Let me charge up these caps. Hey, dog. Hey, bro, what's the matter? I can barely hear you out there.
I don't know what happened to the dog today, man. I don't hear Richard, man. I think he's chewing on his bone, or should I say sucking on his bone. I don't hear the dog.
I don't know. We went from the whole 20. Someone had him sitting down like a dog, man. I mean, he had him in the fucking... I mean, he has a muzzle on, man. Every time dog would key up, he key up and knock him right the fuck out.
That was pickup truck 225. He was putting the hammer down on Richard. That was pickup truck 225. He was putting the hammer down on Richard in his neighborhood.
That's what I thought, man. Right from the get-go, man. Holy fuck, this guy's got him pinned down. And Richard's like, I'm in back. I get my cup of coffee and roll me a split. Oh, shit.
Yeah, he was stepping on Richie's neck like a little, like a mad dog. Pickup truck 225 was, he had his foot on Richie's neck like a mad dog. He was stepping on him. So, you know, Richie was doing a little barking, but nothing was coming out.
Yeah, man, they say a whole lot of bark, no bite, right?
You got that right, Eddie.
The horn is killing it. Squash. It was squash.
There's a whole lot of noise out there. I hear horns, I hear crush, squash, smash. There's a whole lot of noise. So I'm going to get myself another cup of Java and just sit back and let these boys do what they do out there. They call me Enforcer 250. All I hear is squash, crush, smash. There's a whole lot of squashing out there, man. I got a feeling when I get back it's going to be mashed potatoes. Anyway, I'll be back. Let me get my cup of Java. Enforcer 250, lower deck. I'll be back.
Squash. Bam, boom. Bam. Hey, 2x4. You got a little dog here. Did Crooked Hillary help disgusting chick out 16 best Alicia and Machado becoming U.S. citizens to help her in the campaign? Hey, 314, the one that did 314. You know who? Hey, 314. Good morning to everybody. The Boogie Man. Look at that. Nobody wants to say good morning to you, Chris. What are you doing? Say good morning to you, Richie Twitter. Good morning, Mr. 127, Richie Radio. Hey, dog, there you are. Holy shit. Top of the morning, 314. Good morning. Good morning, Smoke. Hello? Not much, man. Just some radio fun on a beautiful Friday morning. Everybody's on fire this morning. Everybody's on fire. That's all you've been holding on. Where's Pedro, man? Pedro's out there right now.
I'm back. What's going on? What'd I miss?
What's going on? Where you at?
There's a whole lot of crushing out here. I get back with my second cup of Java, and I hear a whole lot of crushing out here. What the hell's going on? Lord have mercy.
I got his mic this morning there, Enforcer. His mic belongs to he's doing local floor job. So I got his mic. He knows it.
Well, all I gotta tell you, man, is just check out my gate. Just check out my gate, and I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna say who does what, but all I know is Pedro's getting crushed. That's all I know, man. That's all I know. Just look at my gate, and you hear it and see it for yourself, man. Because I know cats are not gonna believe that that mall drop is taking a boy out. But just watch my gate, man. The gate don't lie.
The gate don't lie, too, buddy. Just a little baby driver. That's all it is.
All I know, you're hitting that boy upside his head with a 2x4. Because if you got a Dave-made baby driver, then we're using the same equipment. Because that's all I'm using, a little 2-pill Dave-made. But it's all good, man. I'm not taking those sides. I don't want to get in the middle of nothing. Because I know there's boys that talk to each other and that don't talk to each other. So I'm going to stay neutral. All I'm going to tell you is watch the gates. Watch the gates and see how Pedro gets crushed. The only one Pedro could hear is his local. That's it. And I really don't care. Because I'm just running a little Dave-made 2-pill in Manhattan. And I really don't care what I do as someone 2 blocks from Pedro. But it's all good, man. I just said 2x4. You're putting a smackdown on that boy. Just watch my gates. Show and prove. That's all I do. Enforcer 250 lower deck with my little 2-pill Dave-made. And I just got down.
I'm going to talk real softly and I'm going to pull my hand away from my mouth and drop a dead key. I want to know if he can even make it eat my dead key. 2x4 won't be a bump up. No.
Why they being so mean to Pedro today? Why is everyone crushing little Pedro? I don't hear that boy. Someone tell Pedro he better go on a higher bridge because I can't hear Pedro right about now. Just check out my gates. It'll just clearly illustrate how little Pedro 206 is getting crushed. He's getting crushed everywhere, but unless you're in his neighborhood, unless you're over there in his neighborhood. But Pedro, going on the bridge is not helping you, dog. You better do something because it's just not cutting the mustard. All I hear is 2x4 on my radio, and when that boy keys up, Pedro, he just disappears, man. Shame on the mess. It's not fair anymore out here. There's just you want to go to a gunfight, you got to bring a gun, man. Hey, little Pedro, that little pocket knife you got when you were Boy Scouts not helping you, man. Pedro, you better do the right thing and go to Goodie Store. Spend a little money, man. Do the right thing, cause 2x4 owns you today, and every other day he's out here. I'm just letting you know what I hear, man. I'm not taking sides. Just watch my gate, and then you'll see it all and hear it all. They call me a Enforcer 250 somewhere on the lower deck with my little Galaxy DX 44 HP and my little Dave-made 2-pill. And I just got down.
We're going to have a clean conversation right over these mud ducks. That wasn't, you don't know nothing about Rio, man. He done got me a hand-me-down mall. Hand-me-down. He don't know dilly squat about dilly squat. When he puts his own shit together, I have a little respect for him, but that boy got me a little hand-me-down little Rio. I'm pushing the button down on him. 2x4 bump bump.
Hey, I feel the same way. Hey, 2x4. You look at my gates and you see the magic I do on my own equipment, man. I feel the same way, man. I respect those who do their own stuff and not send it out. But not everyone could be a technician, so I'm not criticizing anyone. But when you see my magic, that's because I've done it. You look at my X-Force 4-pill, and I'm gonna have a new video coming up maybe this weekend on my Dave May 2-pill. I'm gonna show you a before and after video and all the parts I replaced. But it's all good, man. It's all good when you know what's going into your equipment, and especially when you're doing it yourself. If you have the knowledge and the know-how, that makes it that much more better. That makes it a whole lot better, and it tastes a whole lot better, man. It's like, you know, when you're a chef and you're making your own food versus going to a restaurant. It's all good, man. All I know, 2x4 is taking all these boys out my radio. I don't know how he does it. He's doing it with a little Dave May 2-pill like myself. That boy's doing his thing. You know what it is. They call me a forcer somewhere on the lower deck with my little Galaxy DX 44 HP and my little baby Dave May 2-pill, and I just got down.
Hey, not today. Even the 40. You're ghost talking out there. He might not be ghost talking. He might be in Brooklyn already. You don't have Pedro. You never tell the truth anyway. You say, yeah, I'm in Newark. Yeah, he's in Newark. Meanwhile, people spot him in Brooklyn. They spot him in Bayonne. He's all over the place. But he's in Newark. Yeah, that boy lies, man. That boy lies. Nothing but lies. Nothing but lies going on, man. I was glad I get to push the button down on him. And I do it in front style. Put together by you truly right here. I put it together. You don't hear me down shit. I got figured it out. I did my homework. I did it on my own. 2x4, birthday.
Yeah, I like Pedro to just pan the camera. He says he's in Newark in his truck yard. Want Pedro pan the camera as he speaks right now. Just tell Pedro, pan the camera. He claims he's in Newark in his truck yard. Tell him to pan the camera. We all know he's probably somewhere in Brooklyn or he's somewhere in Bayonne. But he's definitely not in Newark in his truck yard. We all know lying Pedro. He lies all the time. That's why that little crooked nose is starting to grow. But it's all good, man. It's all good. Because real is real, and cats like Pedro 206 and Crackhead 127 are little junkie monkey liars. That's all they are. All they could do is lie and tell stories like little girls. But you know what? When real men key the hammer down out here, and they put the smack down, all you're gonna hear is little whining bitches like Pedro and little Crackhead Richie. But it's all good, man, because you put the hammer down on those boys, and I hope I'm doing the same. Just watch my gate, and it shows it all and says it all. They call me a forcer 250 somewhere on the lower deck with my little Dave May 2-pill, and I just got down.
All he does is hide from it, amongst other things.
Well, that's typical of a liar. Hey, 2x4, that's typical of a liar and a coward. That's what Pedro is. He's a little liar and a coward. He could never pan the camera and says, this is what I have and this is what I'm doing. See, I'll pan the camera on my Dave Made anytime. I could show you my LP100A, my little beautiful digital meter. And it could show you what I'm dead keying and what I'm swinging to. Could Pedro do that? Nah. Could Pedro pan the camera and say that he's in Newark in his truck yard? Nah. He's a liar. That's why they call him Little Pinocchio Pedro. Oh, yeah. It is what it is, man. There's real and there's liars. And Pedro and his lucky boyfriend over there, Crackhead Richie, they're both little clown-ass. I call them ass-clown liars. That's what they are, man. Because they could never tell the truth. That's what it's all about. Oh, yeah, they call me a Forcer 250. And Forcer 250, just check out my gates, TGIF, and you'll see You'll see how 2x4 single-handedly crushes these junkie monkeys out here. Shame on a mess.
Fucking Pinocchio, I like that. Get Pinocchio. Get Pinocchio, that's funny, man. Yeah, let me ask you a question here, for. So what are you using for a base antenna? Come on, man. What's wrong?
I'm using an Antron 99. That's all I got.
Yeah. You might want to consider getting an aluminum antenna. Antron's good, though, don't get me wrong. But aluminum's the way to go, super penetrator. But blow the doors off that antenna.
Yeah, I got it. I got a better antenna. I got a much better antenna. It's just, it's just a situation, and in my situation with winds and whatnot, metal antennas will not handle the wind load. I have brand new antennas that can replace this with, but I'm in a situation where I'm subjected to a lot of winds, and anything other than what I'm using gets torn to pieces. Even an IMAX. I had an IMAX 2000 snap like a twig, man. So it just gives you an idea what I'm dealing with.
Believe it or not, the penetrator will outwit an Antron, because an Antron has 3 sections. And you got the windy conditions, blah, blah, blah. There's 3 sections there. They start to loosen up after a while. I would suggest a colossal 10K made by 05. That's all I run on my base stations. Is 05 colossal 10K direct fed. And that antenna, I stood up during singing, no problem, bro. No guy wires and nothing. Great antenna, man. Makes a great product, bro. Check it out. 05 antennas.
I have it, dude. I have the 5K version. I have it in the box.
Yeah, the IMAX is a good antenna, man, but you put any more than 1,500 through it, you're gonna melt it. So watch the Antron too, man. They melt up too. You gotta watch them.
Well, that's why I don't run more than what I'm running. That's why I don't use more than my little 2-pill and or 4-pill. But like I said, my 4-pill, you could check out of my gates, and you see how I modify that amp. I don't know if you watch any of my gates, but you see what I did in my X-Force 4-pill Toshiba. And I'm going to do the same to my 2-pill Dave made. But no, I'm aware of the antennas, the constructions, and the construction of the various antennas. And the last one you made, I have one brand new in a box. I just never had a chance to erect it. But no, I'm familiar with the metal antennas. Absolutely, man. You're right. But for now, I just got to work what I have. So you imagine if I went with the Colossal versus the Antron. You imagine what my signal difference would be out there. How these boys would really cry.
Yeah, you put that thing up, bro. You'll be very happy. Yeah, I'm before that Antron. The Antron's pretty damn good antenna, though. But they don't have any geeking now. The ground plane is good. Any kind of ground plane they could outperform. Yeah, the ground planes they make for the Antrons, I don't know if they're any good or not, but yeah, Colossal, man. That fucking thing didn't do nothing during a hurricane, man. It just hung in the wind, bro. It's aircraft grade aluminum, bro. It's made to take the wind.
Yeah, that's true. No, you're right. Yeah, like I said, I have the antenna. I have it. It's physically in a box, brand new. And I think I have it in one of my videos. I might have video gated one of my videos, but yeah. I was contemplating on putting it up this year, but other priorities took over. I have everything to do with it, to do what I have to do to put it up. It's just I never had a chance to do it, but I do possess that antenna there. And you're right, it's definitely a better antenna, stronger, higher gain, everything above that you mentioned. We're aware of the differences, but like I said, it's just I never had a chance to do it. But anyway, let me finish my last cup of Java. And I'll let these boys cry on. I hear Pedro, when you on key, crying like a little girl. And I don't even hear 127 Crackhead anymore. He must have went to sleep after he smoked his crack. So, yeah, I'm definitely aware of what you're saying there, 2x4. It's all good, man. And you're definitely right with the difference in antennas. Yeah, I'm using a no-gain antenna. It just goes to show you the disadvantage I'm at. A no-gain antenna surrounded by skyscrapers, and I'm still doing what I do. Shame on a mess.
That's right. You're doing a hell of a job of looking out for an Antron, bro. you picking up that thing. Now, another thing that's really, really important to consider is your actual feed line. I don't know what kind of coax you run over there, but that's very important. I run minimal, lowest amount of coax grade that I run is LMR 400. You got 217, that's really good shit too. Something double shielded, good ground. The LMRs, it's good. That's all I use. I use LMR 400. I got some 7 East line going on to my beam. Because I got a big tube at home that I want to plug into that antenna, but I can't with the LMR. Jim, I don't get your coffee here. I'm going to sit back and read email, see my girls are still jumping up and down out there. 2x4 mobile, I'm reading this now.
That's what I'm using. I'm using LMR 400, LMR 400, and Anthenol Gold silver plated, silver connectors. That's all I use. That's the minimum. I also have 100 foot of Andrews Heliax hardline. I don't know if you're familiar with that. That'll go in line when I replace the antenna. But LMR 400 is the minimum that I use, and that's what I'm using now.
I don't really personally like the Infinos, but they're just fine. The Teflon ones are better. Yeah, a lot of Infos. So a little more sturdier. Good job. Keep us good work.
Roger on that. All right, let me put it on the side. I got to get ready to get out of here, head to the salt mine, and just check out my gate. Just check out my gate in the morning. Just type in Enforcer space 250, and you'll see, man. We had a conversation over these duck pluckers out here, especially little Pinocchio crying Pedro and Crackhead 127 is not even in the gate at all, man. That boy's not even qualified. That duck plucker's in my noise level. It's a shame, man. The only way Pedro could talk to Crackhead 127 is on the landline. But anyway, you have a good one, 2x4, and everyone else out there. I know there's a lot of haters out there, and they, it is what it is. It's when you have a top video gate out there, these boys going to do nothing but lie and cry and admire. And I keep on telling them, envy is not the way to do it, man. Just hook up your station, stop crying, and stop buying. And envy is one of the 7 deadly sins. So it's all good. Hey, 2x4, man. I don't get in the middle of anything. I hear what I hear, and I'll let you know what I hear. I don't take sides, and I'm definitely not a bandwagon. I don't jump on anyone's bandwagon. If I hear you, I'm going to let you know it. If I don't, I tell you so. And the same should be true with me. If you hear me, fine. If you don't, it's all good. It just tells me I just got to upgrade a little more. They call me a Enforcer 250. I got to go somewhere around the lower deck with my little Dave May 2 pill, and I just got down.
Button down. Hey, by the way, before you go, now I live in South Jersey. I don't know if you're familiar with Belmar is, but I live in South Jersey. And I got a base station down there. And in the morning, I like to have my coffee, and I listen to you guys, right? And I hear you and a couple other guys. I never hear Pedro. And once in a while, if they're being real quiet, I'll hear Richie. He's coming real strong down south, too, so... You're doing a good job. I need to go on this key, man. I gotta hit the road. Have a good day. 2x4, I'm out.
Yeah, roger that. Roger that. I hear you, man. Yeah, I guess I do what I do, man. I don't like to brag or anything like that, but I guess this little Dave Mate is doing his job, man. And my little Antron. Like I said, I got a lot more room to upgrade. Once I put that Colossal up, it's all over out here. But it's good to know that I'm being heard in South Jersey. There's a gentleman that's about 80 miles south of the city, and I talked to him on one of the upper frequencies, and we talk back and forth like we're locals, man. So there's one thing about me, and I like to prove. I'm a show and tell type of cat, man. I don't come out here and make promises and tell lies. But you got cats like 127 and little Pinocchio Pedro. They like to lie, man, and hold each other's hand. If you do well, I'm going to let you know, man. If you get crushed, I'm going to tell you the same. You have a good one. Hey, 2x4. You have a good one. Take care. And beware, because 250 is always out there. Smashing these crackheads. and these little Pinocchio telling story little monkey Pedros. So you have a good one, man. And it's good to know that I'm heard in your radio in South Jersey. You take care, man. They call me a force at 250 somewhere on the lower deck with my little barefoot HP DX 44 HP and my little 2-pill date made. And you're going to check out that instructional video I'm going to put out for Richard, man. Because I always like to make videos before and after so I could teach that little junkie monkey something new. Anyway, I'm going to make that video this weekend. And I'm going to put it on my page, man. It's going to be the my upgrade of my Dave May 2-pill. Check out my X-Force. I don't know if you watched it already. And you see the component differences, what I did with that X-Force 4-pill. You know, because these guys really disappoint me. Dave May, Fat Boy, X-Force. They disappoint me with what they do with these amps, man. You know, I don't know why they got to skimp the way they do. They charge enough money for these damn amps. I got to stop building my own. I'll tell you the truth, man. But I just don't have the time, man. Anyway, you have a good one, 2x4. God bless and drive safe out there. You know who it is, Enforcer 250 somewhere around the lower deck. And I just got down.
Hey, Roger, man. Have a good day, man. Now, I'm personally like Fat Boy. I got a couple of amps and they work real well. But everybody has different experiences with different kind of gear, you know. That's how it is. Have a good day, Mr. Enforcer 2x4. We need you, man. Keep up with the truth, man. It's the truth, the whole truth. Ain't nothing but the truth. That's what I like, the truth. The truth will set you free. I'm with the key. I gotta get rolling. Have a good day. I'm with the key. Bye. Yeah, but you're talking about it. It is. You're back.